I have been playing extraction shooters for a while, Arena Breakout Infinite at the moment, but I used to play Escape from Tarkov before that. I always focus on the PvP part of these extraction FPS games, whether it's head-on gunfights, being sneaky and killing people without them ever knowing where you are, or even exit camping. I know, it's slow, but there's something about killing a player and taking all their gear just to extract and sell it all on the market. Truly the pinnacle of online PvP. I never even considered that there's a whole different aspect to these games. Looting. And I don't mean checking a box here and there between fights. I mean purposefully having the goal of looting as much as possible while avoiding PvP fights altogether. So I became curious, just how profitable will this be? Just how much money on average will I make? How often will I see enemies? And of those times, how often will I be forced to engage? How many valuable items will I find? And potentially, is this the real meta for getting the most money in extraction shooters? In theory, this should increase our extraction rate, reducing the amount of money we spend on loadouts. But is all the loot we're going to get going to pay off? So I decided on two playstyles. One is focused on a high loot zone, where we will try to sneak into a place where all the high value loot is. But the obvious issue is that that's where all the other players flock to, so we will have some strategies to avoid that. The other took to the outskirts. Instead of going to an area that has a big red circle around it, we will focus on anything but that, really focusing on volume of searches throughout the map on the way to our extract. But before that, we need to gear up accordingly. And as someone that will try to avoid PvP altogether, the things we need the most is the biggest backpack and rig we can find. Also, some headphones that we can hear enemies first and have time to scurry away like a cockroach. Then, we need a pistol for scavs. The suppressed 5.7 will do. Now our last resort, the SVTU with SMV rounds. Although I'm not planning to use it, we might need it if we get trapped. Now, let's go into Forbidden Northridge, as Forbidden has higher loot quality, and Northridge is perfect due to its size to avoid players. We will target a high loot zone first. When we spawn, we need to get into our scouting position and see if any other enemies are pushing inside. This will take some time, as we want to make sure that no one else went in. If they did, we will be forced into a close quarters fight, which we want to avoid. Okay, no one came, let's move. Now it's time to loot, and I mean really loot everything. This safe was a nice surprise, but it's not like we were targeting a safe. We are targeting everything. Some juice? Nice. Storage case? Nice. The goal is to sweep this place empty, check every box that we find, and loot anything that seems remotely valuable. If we find something better and have no space, we drop the less valuable item. Kill some scavs and get their ammo. Also, inject whatever this is and continue looting. Okay, nice, mission success. But don't forget, there's probably more loot on the way to the extract. Okay, we extract 2.6 mil. I mean, the red item is doing most of the heavy lifting, but not bad at all. Let's go again. Run, wait, confirm no one came, run, kill scavs, and loot. Yep, that's about right. Okay, this might be harder than I thought. Let's try the other playstyle this time. The red zones are a little sketchy. We will go to communication. But before that, let's grab some cash. Avoid the local militia. And we are there. Infiltrating a local compound like this really makes you feel like an assassin. Another safe. Some cash and a red item. Jesus. Beautiful. Ooh-wee. But as I was about to leave, I hear steps approaching. How did they not see me? Jesus Christ, did that... Okay, time to move. Fuck me, fuck. Right here, I assume that was a bot. come on, man. I thought that wasn't that a bot? No, it wasn't. Okay, back to it. And we will go through an even safer route, the South and North Village. And what can I say? It has been treating us very well. A bit of a hassle to go through every house, but it's usually one of the first places players try and loot when they spawn. So if there's no one there around mid-game, they probably went to the other loot zones. Take a little break, and back to looting. Pretty relaxing if I do say so myself. And the end result, 766k. Let's go again, some aluminium, more aluminium, a gold watch and a bracelet. Now we are heavy. End result, 836k. But sometimes we will be forced into a fight, whether we like it or not. What's our move? Ditch the backpack full of loot and die gracefully. I really hope you won't find it. Rinse and repeat, Forbidden, Northridge, and let's go. With every run, getting addicted to the possibility of getting a red or a gold item. Maybe a bit more interesting than I thought. So after doing 10 runs, what do our stats look like? We had an extraction rate of 60%, pretty high. And our average loot in those games was 860k. Not bad. With our massive backpack and rig, we carried 3 gold items per raid on average, but only found 2 red items from safes total. We encountered enemies 60% of the raids, and we were forced to engage 83% of those times. So is it the meta? Well, in terms of survival, probably. Money? It's decent.